Good morning, everyone. So we are about to begin our Pocket Talk session soon. So if you have time, please come to our booth 72028 at Aonic to listen to the talk. So to the friends on the online media platform, so kindly be waited for a few minutes more, then we will begin our Pocket Talk session soon. Thank you. Very good morning to everyone. So thank you very much for staying tuned and also listen to our Pocket Talk session. I'm Guan Ming, and I will be bringing you to the knowledge or information about navigating with the skies in the roof, together with Drone Academy Asia, which is a remote pilot training organization in Malaysia today. So without further ado, this is not working. Is it in? Yep. Backstage, can you help with the pointer? Yeah. Okay. So as I mentioned just now, I'm Guan Ming. So I'm the General Manager or Accountable Manager for Drone Academy Asia. So we are the remote pilot training organization that has been approved by CAM in Malaysia. So just a very quick introduction to everyone that today I'll be bringing you just 3 subtopics, which is who is Drone Academy Asia, and then we'll be talking about what's the current regulations and what's next, what will be coming in, so that you will be staying tuned, you will be updated with the information to assist with your drone operations later on. And of course, I'll be ending the session with how Drone Academy Asia as a RPTO to help you to boost your operation, to stay compliant, and also to scale your business. So a little bit introduction to those that you don't know what is Drone Academy Asia at the moment. So Drone Academy Asia is a leading approved training organization for drone-related training in Malaysia, and we are leading in drone training, not only drone training, but we also provide solutions in terms of hardware and software, and also we provide consultancy services to you guys. So we are Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, CAM approved, and we are also DJI Enterprise certified. And most importantly, we are HRD Corp recognized. So all of our training and our services are HRD Corp recognized, which means that our trainers has been certified, and also you can utilize your HRD Corp levy to come for the training. So we have been conducting training, drone training, since 2018. It has been a great 7 years for us, and we have been running so many different type of trainings, workshop, assisting multiple of remote pilots. To date, we have actually certified 2,100 remote pilots through our RCOCB training, agriculture training, and EV-loss training. There will be more to come, and we are excited to see whether your needs and also how our training can actually assist you to a greater heights later on. And most importantly, 2,100 remote pilots, that might sound to you might be a lot, but actually, if you look across the population in Malaysia, actually we have to get more and more remote pilots to be trained so that our country, Malaysia, can actually be more professional and be more proficient in terms of drone operations to bring our drone technology into a greater heights. So just to share with you some statistics that we have actually impacted 870 companies to date as of we speaking now. So here's some of the company brands that we have assisted and helped. And if I would like to pick one, I can tell you which is Petronas. I can remember that during COVID time, when everyone has been grounded at home, and we have been asked can we assist them with a permit, and can we conduct urgent training for them? And ever since that, we think that this is a need, this is an urgency for not even the small players, but also the big corporation to get a proper training, to stay compliant, and then so that they can bring out the highest efficiency for their asset and their manpower at their operation site. There will be more. So we are more than happy if you can approach us so that we can share with you how we actually assisted and impacted all these different kind of companies. So I have shared with you what is Drone Academy Asia doing. And now let us dive into the current regulations in Malaysia and what's next. So let us do a quick recap. Maybe to some of you, you have already know about the current regulations. So the current effective civil aviation regulations is called Malaysian Civil Aviation Regulations, or normally we call it as MCAR 2016. So if you have joined a keynote session from Captain Nazri or the day one of Drone Tech Asia, then you will be knowing that, oh, there will be new regulations, there will be new directives and so on coming up. This is because the regulations has been 10 years from now, and our drone industry, our drone technology has evolved so much. So we need a better and enhanced version to cater the growth, to assist the industry. So if you look across regulations 140 to 144, it's basically saying that if you want to operate a drone, you have to get an authorization, which is what we call authorization to fly, ATF permit, from CAM. And back in 2021, CAM has released 3 more civil aviation directives, which is CAD 6011, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 5. So this is mainly to cater for the remote pilot training organization, agriculture operations, and also special US project. So basically is to complement the growth of the industry. So let us look into what might be coming out. So in early of this March 2025, CM had released a press release to talk about they will be introducing new regulations and also UASTM, which we have now know the name of UASTM, which is called Clear Path. So can you imagine that a lot of people saying that, oh, flying a drone is very tough because I need to get a permit, I need to comply with it. I don't know what's the process, and it's so tedious to get all the documentation. Good news is here, with this UASTM, we are able to just register online and get approved within an hour. That sounds great, amazing. So later on, you might be curious, so what are the charges from the regular 250 ringgit? Yes, they have released this advisory information. Can you imagine that from 250 ringgit for a permit, now, not now, in the near future, with the UASTM, you only need to pay as you use the airspace, which is as low as 1 ringgit 50 cents per 30 minutes. So you don't pay for the 250 ringgit for the how many, for 1 day or for 3 months, but you pay as you use. Okay, however, okay, don't get overexcited for now, because this will only come in the late of Q4. And as of now, still we have to go with the current procedures, which is authorization to fly permit. So if you are confused, if you are keen to know how to get it, so feel free to approach us through our social media, or you can visit us at Drone Tech Asia 2025 booth 7028 today, so that we can have a more personalized chat with you to guide you how to get it. So let us have a quick overview, the current and the coming. So the main changes will be talking about the new regulations and new registration, and there will be UASTM for sure. So this is what we have now. All the CAD, all the MCAR, and so on. And we can expect in Q4 2025, we're going to have the new regulations to enhance CAM service and the current regulations. so that we can facilitate the rapid growth of the drone industry and then to regulate the industry better and safer. So that's pretty much about what I want to share with you on the regulations, what's current and what's next. So you might be curious, yes, there are regulations, so what should we do next? So we are often, in an organization, we have often been directed to do the right things because mainly either it's result focused or we want to get our company to get more revenue and so on. But how do we actually balance to do the things right? So I will say, let's do the right things right. So with Drone Academy Asia, we actually guide people not only for the drone operating skills and knowledge, but we also guide in terms of regulations and how do you stay compliant so that you can scale your business for a better growth. We are happy to be involved in your journey. And we also would like to see how when you are scaling out your business and you stay compliant, and then so that you can remain your business sustainability. So, as I mentioned, it's very important to get our things right first. Then we need to stay compliant. Okay. So, as of our Drone Academy Asia and RPTO effort, in 2025, we have actually conducted 3 ATF permit workshops, which we have actually assisted 32 companies to learn, to master the process, how to actually get a permit so that they can actually have their operations to be compliant to CAM regulations. And also, we have successfully supported 8 ATF permit services. So this one is a direct hand-in-hand. We guide the companies, we guide the organization to get a permit. So your drone journey, we value your investment, we value your time and your team efforts. So this is one of the examples that we have done, an estate operation, proof of concept, hand in hand to guide them, to show them the technology, to matrix 350 RTK with Zenmuse L2 LiDAR with a company NLFCS. Of course, as I mentioned, it's very important to get compliance. So we actually have all the permit for all our operations in Drone Academy Asia. So with this, we have actually helped 20 organizations in drone technology adoption just in 2025, up to 9 months now. What do I mean with helping them with drone technology adoption? Which means we not only guide them in terms of training, but in terms of drone hardware and software, and in terms of what are the things, challenges that they might face and they need to add on so that they can improve their operation. And on the right-hand side here is the night operation using DJI Matrix 4 Thermal with SKVE. For this, we think that technology is great, but it's also important for us to realize we need to use the most suitable tools. We need to use the most suitable technology so that we doesn't just dump our money into the sea, but we actually make use, we actually utilize, we actually maximize the profit from our investment. So your drone journey is important to us, and we would like to ensure that it is a success when you approach us, and we want to guide and assist you on that. So it's very important when you join an RPTO training, you stay in the community. And we don't just do a training and say bye-bye to you, but we guide you from A to Z. And as long as you have questions, we are more than happy to always welcome our alumni to come back to us. And early this year, we have actually hosted RPTO alumni events. We talk about regulations, we talk about latest drone technology, and most importantly, it's a session for us to reconnect so that we stay in the known that what's the latest information about the industry itself. And of course, everyone was happy with the demonstration. And yeah, this is our mission. We don't just do training, but we guide you. We want to be part of your journey and to see you success in your drone journey. So with that, I would like to just wrap up my session. Okay, so basically I've covered that what is Drone Academy Asia doing. I've covered about the current regulations and what's next. And I've covered how DAA as an RPTO to assist everyone. And I would just like to summarize everything with just few items here. DAA, Drone Academy Asia, has been serving the drone industry since 2018. And today we are still remain committed to assist everyone, not only for training, but for your solutions in terms of hardware and software, and also for consultancy services. As long as you have questions about how you need to make it better, we are happy to welcome your questions. And as I mentioned, we stay committed. We will remain as an RPTO to serve you better and better. And that's all from me. And we welcome questions from the floor and also from the media platform. Yep.
Hello, Guoming. So I think as a drone user, I have a few questions regarding to the permit just now. I think good to hear that from the CM side, they have a kind of an efforts on how to make it ease for the user on the permit application. But what I understand, there's a lot of flow that we need to go through with the regulator. For example, like the landowner, CGSO, and JUPAM, and CM. So my question is, how the process is going to look like? You mentioned that's a initiative from the CM. How about the others? Is it we still need to go through all the regulators and at the end go to the CM for the final stage? How is it going to be? How is it going to look like in the future? Thank you.
Thank you for the questions. I believe that you have experienced the standard ITF permit journey at this moment. Yeah, so it's not easy. It's not just dealing with one authority. But as the new system coming in, so the CAM has actually established I would say, a workforce or task force together with different authority. So just through the system, what we understand now is you have to register as a remote pilot in the system first. So with that said, you have to go through a certain of study, certain of training. So which, in short, you might be understand or you already know what is A2 RCOC. That will be the entry to the system to register yourself as a remote pilot in the drone clear path STM. So when you have registered yourself into that system, basically you can just turn on the app and then you can just apply on the spot where you want to fly. So what CAM do in the system is they will categorize based on airspace, based on the location. And then when it depends on your operation type, it depends on your also your certification, so that you can unlock different zone to fly the drone. Yeah, based on the airspace type and height limit. So basically, it centralized everything, and you just have to just apply through the app. You don't have to go through multiple agency later on. Any other questions?
Okay, so thanks for clearing that. Another question I have is that for this permit application, right, as a maybe like a drone enthusiast or drone hobby, do everyone need to go through this kind of a course with a course, I mean, for get the competency certs? Is it compulsory for everyone that flying the drone, regardless of enterprise for commercial or just for hobby, to go through this and need to apply? How is it?
Okay, great questions. I think this one also a lot of people have the questions because I want to fly drone recreationally. I want to fly, at the seaside and so on. Yeah, so when the new regulation, when the new USDM system come in, they will be introducing category called A1 and A3. So A1 and A3 is basically you can take an online exam over the system, and then you can apply yourself to fly, to get authorized to fly in certain area that has been unlocked by, approved by CAM under A1 and A2, which means you are flying a drone far from people. And later on, if you want to fly somewhere nearer to people, you have to get a course called A2 RCOC. So with A2 RCOC, then you have more location to be unlocked in the system. Yeah, I believe this is a way to go for. And also, of course, the actual details, the actual interface and so on will be released by CAM and shared by CAM.
Hi, I'm a farmer from Selangor side. I just wanted to know if we need to apply any special permit or do we need any certification to fly for agriculture purposes?
Okay, thanks for the question. So for farmer, for agriculture drone spraying usage, at this moment, there is something called AGR, Agricultural UAS Operation. This is under CAD 6011 Part 2. So inside that document, we split it further into private UAWC, Unmanned Area Work Certificate, and commercial UAWC. So if your intention is to provide service, then you have to go for the commercial, which is you need to get a RCOCB for your training and also agriculture module 2. While if today you are keen to do operation for just your farm, you can get a RCOCB and agriculture US operation module 2 for now. But in the near future, CAM is going to release a new secure CAC and to talk about a new course called RCOCAL, Agriculture Light. And with Agriculture Light, then it is to cater private farmer so that you can just fly the drone for your own farm usage, not for commercial purposes. Yep.
For anything about flying in Malaysia, regulations, permits.
But of course, all these are yet to be released by CAM. So hopefully, if everything goes well, goes smooth, we'll be able to see it in near to November, yeah, or December this year. Yeah.
Okay, with all the costs and permit and the regulation being enforced, how kind of a penalty if someone maybe they didn't aware on the regulations? How kind of a way, I think from your side as a RPTO to give awareness, or what kind of a penalty if they already langgar the undang-undang lah?
Okay. About that, so we have to look into two perspectives. One is from the civil aviation side. So if you have breached some regulations, rules, and you can actually find a penalty in the MCAR 2016, which is about 50,000 and 80,000. Depends on the seriousness and the type of the breach. But generally speaking, I would say today we have to look at who is the enforcer, which is police. And their main concern will be in terms of PDPA, your private data or your privacy, and also in terms of trespassing. So if today we fly a drone without a permit or without someone's the landlord consent, then we can be reported. And when police has arrived, we will be charged under trespassing. Yeah, so that will be under a penal code. Yeah. Okay. So. All right. All right. Huh? Okay. So if there's any more questions, we welcome you to visit our booth 7028 in Drone Tech Asia 2025 today. Today is the last day. So if you cannot make it to here, so we welcome you to direct the questions to our social media or our WhatsApp platform. So have a good day, and we here. So